Hi, I'm Sarah Gibson Tuttle. I'm the founder of Olive & June. I'm going to teach you how to get the perfect Olive & June mani at home. At Olive & June, we're all about living your best nail life. So we created a studio box so you could have everything you need to do your mani at home. Everything. So, step one is shaping. You need your file and you need your flat edge clipper. So I love shaping with my polish on because the whites of my nails are pretty uneven. I would say that shaping is one of the hardest things that you do. We go by the 90-10 rule. Cut 90%, so cut your shape 90% of the way, and then file the last 10%. Make sense? So you can see that I haven't filed yet, and they basically all look really oval. A lot of people like to file just in one direction. It's much smoother because I find that if you go 3 times this way or 5 times this way, you've sawed off half your nail, and then sometimes this won't match. So you can kind of get there by going back and forth. It takes time, it takes a little bit of practice. And this is a moment of your manicure to kind of just chill. Wait, is that perfect? Here's what you need: buffer, remover pot. So prep is the most important step and it's often overlooked. And when we get all these questions about chipping, we find that it's really because people are not prepping correctly. So it's dip, buff, dip. All you have to do is put your fingers in, swipe a couple times, and your polish is off. Second, buff your nails. So buff out any sort of annoying ridges or peels. You know how those you get that little peel in the end, you're like, what happened there? Just buff it out lightly. We use this buffer in the salon. It's really gentle, but it'll smooth out and even out your nail bed. Unless you're in a salon, you should not cut your cuticles. During the week when you are in the shower, in a bath, take your thumb and push back your cuticles. After you do that, when you get out of the shower, take your buffer and just buff them slightly. And then once you're done buffing, biggest moment right here. You ready? You listening? Use your remover pot one more time. I'm telling you, you wanna make sure that your nail plate is completely stripped of any sort of oil. And then after you dip all your fingers back into the remover pot, don't touch anything. Don't touch your nails, do not wash your hands. Prep is everything. Next up is painting. We created Poppy because it was so frustrating for everyone to paint with their non-dominant hand. So Poppy fits in the top of any nail polish bottle. Ours has an overcap, so what you'll wanna do is you wanna remove the overcap. And then also take a look at our brush. So our brush is flat, which means that it perfectly fans over your nail, makes it so easy for you to paint your own nails. But that means that it's not circular, so you're gonna wanna figure out where the flat brush starts so you can line up Poppy, okay? So this is the flat side, so I'll put this back in, and then I'll put Poppy on top. And that way you line up Poppy. I like pulling the brush toward me when I'm about to start painting, because that way the polish is ready on the other side to start painting with. I go a little bit farther away from the cuticle, and then I push forward, and then I pull back. And then 2 side strokes. You see how thick this polish is so I can manipulate it kind of as I go? This is a 2-step formula, which is a longer lasting formula. So you have color, which has base coat in it, don't need base coat, and your top coat, which is formulated to work with your mani, with your polish, so that it lasts as long as possible. So this hand is harder, but I'm telling you, the slower you go, the better you'll be. This is the other meditative part of this self-care routine. So that's pretty good. Second coat time. The second coat can sometimes be easier, because it's paint by number. You're already in the lines. It's okay to do a third coat, just feel it out. I mean, some polishes are super opaque, some are very sheer. It really just depends on the polish, the formulation, and again, if you're gonna do a third coat, just make sure your first 2 are super thin. They have 3 coats on there now, so they've got a lot of polish on, and I will make sure that they dry probably 20 minutes so that they're fully dry when I put the top coat on. But also I'll clean up before the top coat, and I like them to be a little bit drier so they're a little less wet when I'm using that cleanup brush. Next step, clean up. Just dip your cleanup brush in your polish remover pot, and then you basically wipe any sort of imperfections off of your nail. It doesn't matter if you mess up. This is how you make it look perfect. Okay, we are ready for top coat. Use the top coat that's formulated with your polish, but also make sure that you're top coating every 2 to 3 days. You'll keep chips at bay because chipping is no one's friend, but also you'll make sure your mani looks shiny all the time. Last, but certainly not least, is cuticle serum. We formulated our cuticle serum so that it wasn't greasy, so you could put it on any time of day. Cuticle serum won the Allure Best of Beauty Award. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this color. I mean, my nails look like I just walked out of Olive in June. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow us on social @OliveInJune and tag us in your manis. We want to see these gorgeous manis that you're going to create. Step 6, there is no step 6. You're done. You just did the most perfect mani. Are we best friends now?